Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys, peep game. I heard Vicky Dillard talk about this. I was going to talk about this anyway, but because I got to talk about another segment in this show that I didn't like, and I've talked about this as well. But we're going to get to what everybody is talking about and why everybody is pissed off about it, why a lot of black men and black women are pissed off because they don't like what's going on with Tyler Perry. Now, in case you guys don't know, Tyler Perry has a show. Now, if you have Fire Stick, you can find it. It's on BET Plus. It's a show that's written, produced, and directed by Tyler Perry. And it's called Sistas, and it tells the story of four working class black women that live in Atlanta. You know, one's a lawyer, the other one works at a bank, the other one is a business owner, and the other one works at, I guess, Atlanta International. So, well, the premise of the show is them just basically, you know, despite them having their own personal problems, them coming together when in need as black women and stuff. Now, there's a storyline going on with one of the characters. Now, she meets this guy, and she just starts discovering a lot of different things about him that's like really questionable. You know, he's very, you know, he claims to be straight, but then he has a lot of what you would call rainbow tendencies. Now, the character says that he was raised by two men, and you know where I'm going with this. But it's some things about him that the girl finds out, and she's kind of tripping off of. And we're going to get to the scene that just basically freaked everybody out, and rightfully so. And it goes to what I was saying about Tyler Perry. He is the culprit. He is the writer, director, and producer. And this is what I was saying about Tyler Perry earlier in the video, like I said. But nevertheless, this guy, when she gets to know this dude, they decide to get a little romantic. So, you know, as you know, they're undressing each other. This dude wears manties. And if you don't know what those are, I guess those are man panties. But I don't want this video to, I don't want to get in trouble, but those kind of manties are usually for what you would call guys that live an alternative lifestyle, you know. So the lady is like, okay. So then that kind of freaks her out. Then he has his, he gets pedicures and all that kind of stuff. Then there's a scene where he accidentally discovers one of her, her lady toys. So then he says, well, we could have some fun with this. So you should already know what happens. So the lady is kind of freaked out about that. So she tells her friends that she think the dude is, is part of the moist mafia. So then she just feels uncomfortable. And then her friend saying, well, maybe he isn't, and all this kind of stuff. So to make a long story short, she talks to him about it, and then he sort of like decides to not mess with her. And he has the audacity to make it look like she don't have the right to question his, what he's into. Talking about he too much for her and all this stuff. Talking about just because I like to get my prostate tickled. I was like, you know, then I mean, it's just, I just was like, man, you got to be kidding me. So, and she, you know, of course, I don't know, I kind of stopped watching it because it was something else I seen in there that pissed me off that happened. Because like I say, I like to observe. I watched like about 7 episodes, and then once again, it don't seem like, you know, none of the male characters that's featured in the show, except for one, kind of like, and he like a preacher, but his wife like took herself out, and you know, and one of the characters wants to be sort of like intimate with him, but she know more than likely because of his religious beliefs. And then it's just a lot of things that bother me about that show. And that's why people are on Tyler Perry's helmet saying, hey man, you need to hire some writers, man. You really do. You need to hire some writers. And I think he do. Hopefully he don't hire Lena Waithe. He need to bring in some dudes like Kenya Barrows and some other people. He really needs help. Because at the end of the day, Tyler Perry is slowly but surely revealing himself. And this is just one of the shows that he has that I'm going to talk about. You know, I'm going to also talk about the show he has called Bruh. And then I'm definitely going to talk about that show Ruthless. Because Ruthless is even worse than Sistas. So, you know, buckle your seatbelt, because this is going to be a bumpy ride. But anyway, thanks for tapping in. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.